What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I wanted to take a look at my Rampage cabinet and kind of get you up to speed on the progress that I've made, some of the challenges I'm having to overcome, and a couple modifications I've decided to go ahead and make that's going to, I think, make this project just a little bit cleaner. So today we're going to get a couple of those modifications done, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that artwork ordered because you know that's going to take forever to get here. Okay, so that's enough talking, let's get into it. So to get the overall size of the new control panel, I used the Ninja Turtles deck protector as a template, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference between the original control panel. And before I got started on the new button layout, I wanted to mark the location of the side panel so that we don't have any interference. Now my approach to this was really just symmetry. I wanted to make sure that I had something I could replicate 3 times across the control panel, so I started in the center and then worked my way outward. So with all the buttons fitted, the last thing I wanted to do was pre-drill all the holes on the bottom of the control panel before I gave this a thick coat of black paint. After the MDF was sealed and the paint was dry, I fitted all the buttons and joysticks, and you can see we're going to have to extend the wires for the Player 1 joystick and the Player 3 buttons, but before we get to that, we're going to have to make a modification to that bottom cover. Even though this hole is not going to be seen from the outside, I really want it to be as straight and neat as possible. And one of the best ways I've found to cut plastic is actually with an oscillating tool. With all that done, let's go ahead and finish up the wiring for this control deck so we can call it done. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer the marks for the side panel on the bottom with a pencil just to give me an idea of how long these wires need to be. Luckily, I only have to extend one joystick harness, and I thought I could get away with using this 6-inch Sanwa extension cable, and while it does plug into the harness, it does not plug into the stock encoder. And because this is a single 5-wire connector, reusing the longer Ninja Turtles harness is also not an option. But I am going to be able to reuse the longer wires for the Player 3 buttons. Unfortunately, these are a little bit different, so I had to unsolder the wires from the micro switches. I tried to wick away as much of that solder as possible, hoping that I could just plug these directly to the terminals, but unfortunately that just wasn't going to happen. So no problem, I just cut the ends off and then soldered directly to the micro switches. Extending the stock joystick starts by cutting it in half and then using some of this 5-wire ribbon cable I have to make it work. And to make all these connections, I don't want to use any butt splicers that I crimp, and I don't want to necessarily solder each individual joint, so what I'm going to use is some of this heat shrink tubing that has a small bit of solder on the inside that you heat up with a lighter, so you'll have that soldered, heat shrunk connection. And with all this done, we are just one step closer to getting this thing complete. Now it's time to work on the marquee and get that artwork ordered so that we can wrap this project up. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.